Born years before the Clone Wars, Lee-Char was the son of Yos Kolina, king of Mon Cala. As Kolina's son, Lee-Char was next in line to become Mon Cala's king. However, in 20 BBY, Kolina was murdered by an unknown assailant. This forced Lee-Char to take his father's place as the new king. Following his father's assassination, a meeting was held between Lee-Char and his fellow Mon Calamari and chieftain Osiris Quan Isolation League. The Mon Calamari then asked Republic Senator Padm Amidala and her protector Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker to assist in the negotiations. The Quan invited Separatist Ambassador Commander Riff Tamsin to assist them in demanding that a Quan king be installed. Despite Lee-Char's assurances that he was dedicated to serving both the Quan and Mon Cala people, Tamsin believed that Lee-Char had not earned the right to speak. Tamsin and the Quan then left believing that the time for words were over. Ree then expressed his sympathies to Lee-Char about the loss of his father. Lee-Char later met with Senator Mina Tills and Joel Akbar, captain of the Mon Calamari Guard. Tills ordered Akbar to be Lee-Char's bodyguard. Akbar told the senator that Lee-Char was not ready to command the Mon Cala Planetary Defense Services. Despite agreeing with Akbar, Lee-Char prepared for war. Lee-Char spoke to his people, assuring them he would let them and that the Quan would not attack. However, the Quan and separatist forces under Tamsin attacked. Lee-Char along with Skywalker and Akbar went to the battlefield to watch. Despite Skywalker's plea to get Lee-Char to safety, the prince chose stay with his people. During the battle, Lee-Char helped Skywalker and Amidala take several troops through a tube to get behind the X-Series battle droids. It was destroyed and Skywalker told Lee-Char that they would have to wait for Republic reinforcements. Republic scuba troopers under Jedi Master Kit Fisto, Commander Monk, and Skywalker's Padawan, Ahsoka Tano arrived. As the Mon Calamari cheered the Republic's arrival, Akbar told Lee-Char to make them cheer for him and gave him a blaster spear. Lee-Char then came under attack by Tamsin, but was saved by Tano. The two of them then took Um's devilfish through several tubes. Tamsin tried to break through the tube, but he and his forces were forced to retreat. Tills told Lee-Char that he must demand a surrender from the Quan. However, Tamsin and his forces, aided by Hydroid Medusas from Karkris, attacked. Lee-Char and his forces attempted to hold their ground against both the Aquadroids and Hydroid Medusas, but Akbar urged the prince to retreat to the caves. After making their retreat to the caves, Lee-Char began to distress over his own incapability and inexperience as leader despite encouragement from Akbar and Tano. Lee-Char, the Jedi, and the senators contacted the Jedi Council to request more reinforcements before communications were lost before deciding to attempt to rendezvous with the Republic cruiser that was at the surface. However, Tamsin destroyed the cruiser as they neared the surface. Lee-Char and his group split up, with the prince going with Tano, Fisto, and the clones while Skywalker took Akbar, Amidala, and Tills with him. As Lee-Char, the Jedi, and clones went into hiding, the prince saw how the separatists and the Quan had begun to take the Mon Calamari to labor camps. To inspire his people, Lee-Char took a conch shell and blew into it, making a loud sound to communicate to his people that he was still alive and would continue to fight for them. Lee-Char and his company were confronted by the Aquadroids, but the droids cut down by the Jedi. The Republic were able to convince the Gungans to send their Grand Army as reinforcements to free the Mon Cala. However, Tamsin deployed his reinforcements to counter the Republic's reinforcements. Tamsin then deployed his Trident-class assault ships and used them to create a vortex that pulled in all the Mon Calamari and Republic forces. Lee-Char and Tano then came under attack by Tamsin, but was saved when Fisto took him on in order for Lee-Char to escape. Lee-Char and Tano came up with a plan to free all the prisoners and convince Ree to join him. They made their way to one of the camps, where they met up with Akbar, Tills, and Monk. Despite his people's belief that the Quan were behind Kolina's assassination, Lee-Char knew that Tamsin was behind it. After allowing himself to be captured, the prince demanded an audience with Tamsin, where he was able to convince Nosiri that the Karkradan had gone back on his deal with the Kwan to seize the planet's throne. Realizing the error in the decision to aid the separatists, Ri and the Kwan rebel against Tamsin and helped Lee-Char and the Republic free Mon Cala, and the prince killed Tamsin one-on-one after the latter confessed to killing Kolina, avenging his death. In the aftermath, Lee-Char was crowned by Lemk as the 83rd king of Mon Calamari.